everyone came through, we made it happen, innit? So another one in the books. Keep it moving.
The video for Bia and J. Cole's new hit music single, London, was produced by UK-based production organization Creative Row and Creative's label. Nigerian-born music video director Daps directed the video. The visual team included London-based cinematographer Stefan Yap, who operated as the project's director of photography. In this video, we will break down the work of these creative professionals and their colleagues to create Bia and J. Cole's latest music video.
I'm in London, I like to go to shop in the mall.
London takes the viewer to several locations. Number 1 is the Flower Cafe. Number 2, the Rooftop. Number 3 is the Flannel Store. Number 4 is an area of the store I'll refer to as Luxury Cove. Number 5 is the Convenience Store. Number 6, the Walking Path. Number 7 is Inside the Cab. And number 8 is on the Speedboat. The video also includes several B-roll inserts of film footage that transitions the viewer between shots and scenes. Those are the elements. Now let's break them down.
Go with it, ring on my finger, but yet I'm still killing them single-handed.
In the Flower Cafe, 5 women sit around dinette-style tables with 2 in the background and 3 in the foreground. Of the latter, the leading talent is framed in the center, highlighted with a subtle spotlight. The camera dollies in and out slowly in reaction to the talent's movements. The leading light is coming from a Briesse Focus 77 2K tungsten key light, which shows a warm diffused light onto the main subject. The 77 is one of Briesse's smallest softboxes and works best as a light for a solo subject. There will also be 2 additional soft lights on either side of the key with multiple practicals in frame to make the scene nice and bright. In this scene, the camera is on a Steadicam. This tool allows the camera operator to walk around and control the camera without the limits of a tripod. The camera appears to be an Arri Alexa Mini LF mounted to a Panavision zoom lens. Also, take note of the George Costanza picture on the side. Up on the rooftop, the talent is singing directly into the camera, accompanied by about half a dozen backup dancers. Several large white rectangular podiums have been set up for the dancers to stand on, and the entire scene takes place amid the gray concrete skyline of the city. Again, the camera tracks the main subject. It is at this point that the production introduces its most unique element. A G6 Moco robotic arm controls the camera through various hyper-precise camera movements. Mounted to the camera, we can faintly see a 35mm prime lens outlined from Panavision. The technician operates the camera only a few meters away in a blackout tent. With the aid of the G6 controlling software, he sets the movement for the arm. You can also see that a direct feed from the camera has been wired into this Atmos Shinobi monitor. Corsair also makes an appearance as their keyboard and mouse of choice. Overall, the crew has a lot of scenes to shoot on the rooftop, including a complete run-through of both Bia and J. Cole's parts, along with pickup shots of the backup dancers. Because of this, they appear to run long in the day and have to bring out another softbox before the day is done. Because of this, some of the shots are noticeably darker than others. At the Flannel Store, the talent is accompanied by 4 backup dancers split evenly on either side, performing a dance number inside the main foyer of the Flannels department store. The camera movement tracks the dancers in a wide, with several pickup shots of the talent and the individual dancers. In the setup for this shot, we can see that a track has been laid down for the camera to use to truck back and forth. To light the 5 subjects, the crew constructs a large diffusion sheet, which appears to be approximately 10 feet by 10 feet wide, and a minimum of 1 stop. Some small fill lights have also been placed around the scene to eliminate shadows. Off to the sides, accent lights with blue gels are used as rim lights for the talent's hair and to give a cast onto the background. In the Luxury Cove, there are a variety of setups, including the talent with 1 or 2 people singing to the camera or acting out the process of buying expensive goods. The camera tracks the talent. In this location, they repurposed the setup from the Flower Cafe with a few key differences. Number 1, the camera is now on a dolly and rail system for a more precise shot. The Briesse softbox also returns for another instance of simple talent spotlighting. In the convenience store, half a dozen people are sitting around 2 tables enjoying a meal while the talent sings to the camera. The camera is dollying back and forth with the talent's motions. In this setup, we once again see the return of the Briesse softbox as a spotlight for our talent. Due to the lack of space, the Easy Rig has now been changed to operate upside down. The shot is also lit with several fill lights to give the scene a flat and even look. Outside on the path to the shops, the talent walks down the street with her 2 Dalmatians. The shops to her side are lit up with signs, lights, and advertisements. The camera slowly dollies backwards to keep pace with our talent, who is walking forwards towards the camera. In this scene, we see the return of the Easy Rig for the camera for a less cumbersome shooting approach. A single key light illuminates the subject, and the natural light from the shot does a great job in separating the subject from the background. In this behind-the-scenes video, you can clearly see that the people in the background are real people and not actors. Inside the taxicab, the talent sits in the back alongside her 2 Dalmatians and her shopping bags. The camera moves in subtle motions in reaction to the talent's movements. We have one angle outside the cab looking in on the talent, and another angle inside the cab. Both angles have a certain light shake movement, which indicates that they were shot on an Easy Rig. The red light in the cab was a special LED strip that the crew attached to the vehicle's ceiling and is likely powered by a battery. Traveling in the water, we have our 2 talents, posing, singing, and dancing on a moving speedboat. The camera tracks one of our 2 talents at a time with various truck and pedestal movements. Like how a moving vehicle would be filmed on the road with a chase vehicle, in this case, another boat is operated in pursuit of the prop boat. All the shots in this scene appear to be filmed with natural light. Interspersed with the various scenes is a series of handheld shots covering different locations around London. They also include candid shots of our talent during the video shoot. These shots appear to be taken with actual film cameras, which can be seen behind the scenes. Several of these shots employ snap zooms or quick pans to match the tempo and intensity of the main video edit.
I'm in London, I like to go and shop at the mall, shop at the Prada, shop at the store.
The video is edited at a pace suitable for the style of music. Rapid cutaways and insert shots keep the beat with some well-choreographed dance and camera movements. The editor is also not afraid to play with the time controls, slowing scenes down to 50% speed and speeding them up to 200% speed. Another stylistic choice is the use of flare effects to aid in the transition from one scene to another. When combined with the vintage footage and the color mastering of the shots, the scenes all flow together nicely. Finally, the video includes several creative shots I'd like to call out. First is an overhead shot of the rooftop scene, which is taken by a drone. The second was this creative use of an upside-down rig to flip talent J. Cole upside down during his portion of the flannel store location scene. Overall, the video's simple scenes, brisk pace, and light editing flair lead to a fun video with good energy, showing off the glitz and glamour of an artist's wealthy UK lifestyle.